Ladies and gentlemen, this is your TNA Impact report. Yes, I am the Mark of the Masters, the man of the plan. Big Ray here to stay to talk some TNA today. That's TNA Impact Wrestling 11/17/2016. And ladies and gentlemen, before I say anything, I'd like you guys to please go to www.gofundme.com/Bill Schuyler, guys, and please donate and give to the beautiful family of Bill Schuyler. Guys, we've been trying to raise money, trying to get about $5,000 up for the family before the holidays. And guys, the holidays are basically here, so we really need you guys to help take part in helping and give to this family that lost an amazing man. And like I said, you know, Bill, your picture will always be over my shoulder along with my dad right here. So guys, please give as much as you can. I have over 2,000 Twitter followers. If half of you guys donate $5 each, bang, we got it. So I'd appreciate it. I got well over 1,000 views last week. If 1,000 viewers give $5 each, bang. All right? So thank you. And I appreciate it. If you guys cannot give monetarily, please just share the link. So anyway, we're going to jump right into this. And, man, we have Eddie Edwards in the ring really quickly. And he's fine, apparently, after the beating that the DCC gave him last week. And the DCC, well, he basically challenges the DCC to a full-on match. He wants to fight, basically. Not a match. He wants to fight. All right? Now, the DCC, they respond in video, and they say that look, you know, we're not into the world title, even though it's actually a very beautiful title. I got to be honest with you. But anyway, they're not they don't care about the title. All they care about is chaos, whatever the hell that means. Anyway, well, they care about chaos. I guess that's what the DCC is all about. Chaos. So this is what's happening there. But guess what? The DCC, I'm not going to do that anymore. I promise you. I did it last week, and that was kind of a gimmick that I did last week, and I promised the whole I'm done with that this week, all right? So whatever. But anyway, back in the arena, we have the DCC, and they walk into the ring with some new music. And I got to be honest with you, I was digging the music. I like the whole Kid Rock type gimmick, and I enjoyed it very much. I thought it was really cool. I like the music, and I'm a music guy, so I'm kind of into that stuff. So I picked it up right away, you know? I don't know if you guys picked it up. You know, hey, leave your comments here below, OneWrestling.com, YouTube /OneWrestling video. Tell me what you think about the intro music that they used this week. Just a little, you know, a little tidbit of information there. So, I mean, they come into the ring, and look, Eddie Kingston is the first one in there, and he goes at our World Heavyweight Champion, but obviously, you know, as the World Heavyweight Champion turns things around, well, the rest of the DCC, the other two come into the ring. That'll be BRAM and Cowboy James Storm. Mr. Sorry about your damn look. He comes into the ring, and, well, all three come in the ring and beat the living hell out of Eddie Edwards. But then Jeff Hardy, not Brother Nero, apparently, just Jeff Hardy. Not just Jeff Hardy. I mean, Jeff Hardy's the man, but, man, I miss Brother Nero. Anyway, well, Jeff Hardy comes into the ring, and he actually makes the save, fighting off the rest of the DCC, but he kind of, that being Cowboy James Storm, just stands at the apron. He just does I could do the whole thing, but I'm not going to do it, I promise you. But he does that. He does that, like, you know, I'm going to get you. Not right now, but I'm going to get you. But anyway, we jump into another match. We have Jessie Godderz versus Aron Rex, and now I'm going to really give my opinion on this match. First and foremost, if you are the grand champion and you have the whole grand, you know, championship gimmick going with the 3 rounds and the MMA style thing, then that's what you should be doing. I think every single match should be in that style. This was a regular match, and this was not for the championship, and I have a problem with that. I don't know what you guys think. Tell me if you agree. I mean, whether you like the whole grand championship gimmick or you don't like it, I mean, that's what it is, and that's what I think they should be consistent with. Again, you know, I'm not a writer, even though I have a pen. I don't know what I did with my pen from last week, but it's around, and I can write. Just letting you guys know that. But anyway, so yeah, man, it was hey, but nonetheless, it was a pretty decent match. Listen, Aron Rex is full-blown bad guy, full-blown heel, and he really played up the heel card, but there were a lot of submission attempts during this match. Jessie Godderz attempted the Adonis Crab, which is basically a Boston Crab, multiple times during this match, but he really picked up his aggression when he went outside the ring, and I saw something that I don't know if I've ever seen this before. I've never seen anybody's face get grated like cheese on the steel steps outside the ring. Have you? Tell me if you have, because I've never actually seen that before. But listen, man, it was a solid match, a lot of back and forth, and towards the end of the match, we have Jessie Godderz, and you know, he sidesteps a suplex. Anyway, they go back and forth. Rex tries a sharpshooter, but Jessie Godderz fights out, and he gets the Adonis Crab, and he almost lost it. He almost lost it. And I don't know if the ref checked this out. Now I'm not a referee, but, you know, he was kind of grabbing, that being Jessie Godderz was trying to kind of grabbing the knee pad of Aron Rex. But he did make Aron Rex submit. And if you're going to change the whole gimmick of the Grand Championship just to put Jessie Godderz over in one match, then am I wrong? I don't know. That's just my opinion, guys. But I thought it was okay. So we go backstage, and well, we got Maria backstage and standing around, and Laura Van Ness is getting text messages. She's saying that Braxton Sutter is texting her all this hot stuff and all this cute stuff, and you know, it seems like the beautiful little Allie, you know, she's kind of offended, you know, she really likes Braxton Sutter, and Maria's really grinding it in, making her feel like crap about it. And Laurel Van Ness, of course, who names a woman Laurel? I just keep thinking about this 1930s comedy pairing of Laurel and Hardy. But anyway, Bill Apter does a great Laurel. Stan Laurel, you guys under 20, 25, you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. But anyway, Google it. I mean, that's what everybody does. YouTube it. Laurel and Hardy. Actually pretty funny. March of the Wooden Soldiers. Your parents probably still watch that every Christmas. Every Christmas, along with the Christmas Story, which is just around the corner, being Christmas. But anyway, yeah, man, I mean, Laurel Van Ness really made this young lady feel like crap, because she said some stuff like, "Oh yeah, you know, he's texting me all this stuff," and anyway, it was adorable. It was adorable. But listen, we move on, and we got JB backstage with an interview with Gail Kim, and I thought this should have been an in-ring thing, not just a backstage interview. But you know what happened last week, you know, with the Decay attacking Gail Kim as she's trying to make this big announcement. But basically, Gail Kim, who I believe is retiring, and I believe she's going to go live a beautiful life with a very handsome, very well-built, very talented, very rich, very excellent at cooking husband, and you know, she's going to relinquish the title, so that title is going to be vacant. I thought they should have made a bigger deal about. Well, they tried to last week, but I thought he should have carried it over this week. You know, it's a big deal. It's Gail Kim, but I guess it kind of leaves the door open for maybe Gail Kim, you know, coming back. And you know, I don't know. I just didn't have a great feeling about this, but anyway, we move on. And oh, before all this happens, we have Jeff Hardy. And I forgot about that. We have Jeff Hardy, who goes backstage, and well, they want to see the boss, and they're met by Aiden O'Shea. And Aiden O'Shea, I'm kind of, you know, moving things around here because I missed it in my notes, but it doesn't really matter. But Aiden O'Shea, you know, says, well, the boss, you know, if you guys want to see the boss, he lets them in and stuff. And oh, not you, Mutt, talking about the cameraman. By the way, thank you, cameraman, for holding the camera ever so steady. You got some strong forearms there, buddy. Good job. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Just right here. Anyway. All right, so basically, you have them backstage, and they go in to see the boss. You know who the boss was, but it's not the boss anymore. Anyway, that's a story for another day. But yeah, man, they go in, and eventually they come out, and they get what they wanted, and they want, and that being Eddie Edwards and Jeff Hardy as a tandem, won 3 against 2. Anything goes tonight. So that's going to happen. That's going to be one hell of a match. It actually is one hell of a match. So guys, look out for that at the end of this this video. Okay. Let me just stretch a little bit, because this is going to be an interesting one to kind of review here and try to put over. Laurel Van Ness. Oh, God. I don't... Anyway, Laurel Van Ness and... yeah. Anyway, Laurel Van Ness and her big partner versus Brandi Rhodes and Madison Rayne. Man, this match was interesting to say the least. Now, I got to be honest with you, and the big partner being Sienna, which I think is fantastic. I think they're just amazing. But all right, so it's Laurel Van Ness and Sienna. They're in the ring versus Brandi and Madison Rayne and Madison Rayne, and Maria sends a little Allie back. She gets confused and stuff because Allie is just, you know, she might want to tag with with Brandi Rhodes, and Brandi says, no. I have a 5-time TNA Knockouts champion, and you have to excuse me because I'm really trying to mull over the good points of this match. And the good points of this match was Madison Rayne kicking ass and taking names. I thought she did an excellent match. I thought Sienna, and I thought, I thought they all did great. Laura Van Ness did fantastic. Maria did great, selling her heel stuff. Brandi Rhodes. All right. Anyway, it seems like they booked this match to have Madison Rayne take the brunt of most of the beating here. And she did, but she fought back. Brandi got the hot tag, and Brandi just looked, let's just say, extremely green, extremely uncomfortable in the ring. Sienna going for the AK-47. Brandi hits the Brandi shot, or whatever the hell she calls it. It's like a reverse neck breaker, I guess. God, man, I gotta be honest with you. This young lady shouldn't be in the ring yet. Again, this is my opinion as a fan. You know, as somebody who's watched wrestling for almost 40 years, as someone who's raised in the business, as someone who, works alongside Bill Apter, and I've seen thousands of matches in my lifetime. This young lady needs to be in the ring training. She's fantastic on the mic. She's beautiful. Her husband's fantastic. But listen, man, if you're going to put this young lady in the ring, she's got to be ready. And I just don't think she's ready. I mean, she looked very awkward. There was one point where she hit the finisher, and she was like, well, what do I do? And she covers her very awkwardly. It was just, and then you don't, oh my God, you don't have your monster in Sienna, take the pin there. Again, my opinion, guys, but that's what happened. Again, these are my opinions, not the opinion of OneWrestling.com, YouTube /One Wrestling Video. These are my opinions, and again, as a longtime wrestling fan, that's how I feel. But anyway, we're going to jump into the match with the Miracle Mike Bennett with Maria versus Bobby Lashley versus Trevor Lee versus EC3 to become the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And let me tell you something, guys. This match was freaking awesome, guys. If you haven't watched this match, please do yourself a favor and do that. So, listen, man. I mean, we have Bobby Lashley throwing people over the top rope. I mean, Trevor Lee just unbelievably impressed me this entire freaking show. I mean, this entire match. He was just amazing. I mean, this guy is strong as all hell. And there were multiple times where he utilized his strength and his quickness. And listen, there was a time where you have the two bad guys and Trevor Lee and the Miracle Mike Bennett shaking hands, and you know how the hell that goes. Doesn't go too well, if you know what I mean. Basically, those two guys start going at each other, and they go back and forth. And listen, at one point, there were spine busters for everybody. I mean, spine buster after spine buster after spine buster. Really, really solid match, guys. If you haven't seen this match, do yourself a favor. Go to ImpactWrestling.com or find it on YouTube on their channel. I'm sure you can easily find it there. Just amazing stuff, man. Really, really solid work tonight. Trevor Lee really made me believe that he was going to win this match, but, oh, damn it, I said I wouldn't do that again. Sorry. I promised, and I broke my promise to you guys, so please forgive me. I like doing that whole thing. Anyway, after a crazy sequence, Trevor Lee is in the ring alone with EC3, and man, oh man alive, EC3 takes the back of Trevor Lee with the rear naked choke, or the sleeper hold, as you would call it, making him tap. I think it's more of a rear naked choke. That's where they're going with this, because if you guys are fans of MMA, that's what a rear naked choke is. It's basically a sleeper hold. And EC3 is putting over that move. He tried a 1%er at one point. He grabbed both of the heels, and he would try to double 1%er, but then he was hit with a spear. But no, EC3 goes over, so now he is the #1 contender for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And now we are back. I have a premonition. Well, no premonitions, guys. Unfortunately, Broken Matt Hardy has not regained his senses. He still has amnesia, and he was at a computer deleting things, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. Delete. It was really, really funny. And his beautiful wife, Rebby Sky, comes in, and she's going to basically show Matt Hardy something. And I'm hoping it's what I think it is. And stay tuned. I'll let you know what that is. And there was one point where Matt Hardy does the whole gimmick, sneezes, funny as all hell. Must be the seasons, he says. The seasons. I sound like Stewie from Family Guy. Stewie. Anyway, Eli Drake in the Fact of Life segment, laugh track and all. Eli Drake calls out EC3 after the match. EC3 dripping with sweat. Not that I was paying attention to that, because that would be kind of weird on my part. But anyway, is what it is. They go back and forth, and Eli says that he wants to go for the title, and he wants basically EC3 to put up his title shot. But if EC3 puts up his title shot and he loses, that being Eli Drake, he will not go for the title for 1 calendar year. But EC3 says, oh, no, I want something way more important to you, your ability to speak, your gift of gab. And I thought this was going to be, I think this is going to be really, really fun, because I have a feeling Eli Drake might lose that, being that Eli Drake, dummy, yeah. God, I always do that. Dummy, yeah, and I don't learn. Anyway, I have a bruise on my leg from doing that every single week. But anyway, so basically, it's going to be EC3 putting up his title shot versus Eli Drake's ability to imitate Stone Cold Steve Austin. Anybody? Yeah. No, you don't see the whole thing, how Eli Drake sounds like. Anyway, I think it's going to be good. Eli Drake is fantastic, guys. I just think he's a little too much like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Backstage, we have Jade cutting a promo, but Crazy Steve and Abyss looks like they're going to start sexually harassing her, but that doesn't happen. They just say, look, Rosemary's up there. Go find her, which she does. And I don't know if it was just me, but Rosemary just looked to be creepy hot. And she started talking all this cryptic stuff and touching Jade and... Whew. Anyway, the title is... I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought there with the whole... And she had the things boosted up. Anyway, yeah, man. So basically the title has been vacated, and it's going to be Rosemary versus Jade in a steel cage. That is going to be awesome, guys. We have BRANDI versus MAHABALI SHERA. I'm not a big fan of MAHABALI SHERA, but you know what? This guy put together a pretty decent match this week, utilizing most of his strength, power moves, so on and so forth. It was a very decent match between them. And look, man, I'm at a loss for words. BRANDI actually goes down, losing to MAHABALI SHERA. MAHABALI SHERA with a big camel clutch. But the most important thing happened after the match, where after the match we have Dax, who attacks MAHABALI SHERA from behind, and both the animals from France, and they call them animals because they look like crazy beasts, just beat the living hell out of MAHABALI SHERA. And who comes in? Al Snow with his whistle. Now you think Al Snow is on the side of BRANDI and Dax, but no. They tell him, go away. That's my Stewie. Go away. We do not need you. You are just nothing to us. You know, the whole French thing, but it's a lot more scary when Dax is talking. I gotta be honest with you. But anyway, yeah, man. So they do. Yo, Al Snow comes back to the ring and clears the ring, beating up his former proteges. Hey, man, Al Snow looks good, man. Hey, big shout out to Al Snow, my buddy David Hero. Man, you guys have rebuilt your bodies, looking amazing. Good for you guys. You guys look fantastic, man. I'm a big fan of DDP Yoga, but I don't know, whatever you guys are doing, man, fantastic. Al Snow looks to be getting back into in-ring shape. I'm interested to see it. He was actually trending worldwide on Twitter, which is pretty awesome. But anyway, well, we have the main event of the evening. Jeff Hardy and Eddie Edwards versus the DCC 3-on-2 No Rules. And man, oh man, this was another freaking awesome match. I'm not putting it over. I'm telling you guys, as fans of TNA, fans of professional wrestling, this was some good stuff. Eddie Edwards immediately and Jeff immediately go after the DCC, taking the upper hand right off the top of the match. And soon the DCC would take over and bringing chairs into the ring, and Jeff would use the chair outside the ring, and they would just beating the hell out of each other the entire match. Cowboy James, Storm, and Bram, and man, there was a spot in this match where freaking two chairs were set up like a pyramid, back to back, like this. And I said to myself, this ain't gonna happen. Eddie Kingston takes Eddie Edwards, he's about to suplex him. He's gonna break his back on those two chairs. Dude, it gets reversed. He lands on the chair straight up, and dude, I thought his back was broken. I swear, I thought his back was broken. It was one of the craziest spots. Never seen it. Professional wrestling, guys, if you haven't seen it, again, go back. You got to find this. You got to look at it. You got to watch it. Crazy, crazy stuff. Really, really good match. I've never seen that before in my life. BRAM hitting a huge DDT from the ring apron onto a table on the floor on Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards was taken out. And then it's just James Storm, the cowboy James Storm, sorry about your damn luck, versus Brother Nero. Delete! Delete! No, we're not deleting, apparently. Anyway. And they're in the ring. They're going back and forth, and it was just a barn burner of a slobber knocker, just a slobber knocker to steal JR's moniker. But man, Storm, after a twist of fate, Jeff Hardy was going for a second twist of fate, and Storm hits the super kick, the big super kick, the last call super kick for the 1, 2, 3, the DCC. Go over. Ladies and gentlemen, this was your TNA Impact Wrestling Report here at OneWrestling.com. Guys, if you're a fan of me, follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. Follow One Wrestling at One Wrestling. Follow the legendary Bill Apter at Apter One Wrestling, guys. Hey, follow the entire Big Slam Nation crew at Big Slam Nation. The Pharaoh Fancy, A-Track Brown. Follow them on Twitter at Pharaoh Fancy. And, of course, my partner who just came from NXT with me. Awesome show. I'm going to be reviewing that hopefully here at OneWrestling.com. That being Billy Ray Valentine. Follow me at Obi-Wan. You know me. OKayFabe at OKayFabe. He changed his Twitter handle. It's OKayFabe, OKayFabe at RWP. Ha! Got it right this time, hopefully. But anyway, you got him, FAMEBLACK, guys. Follow FAMEBLACK, the nature boy. Woo! FAMEBLACK. Follow him at FAMEBLACK, FAMEBLACK. The Professor, Anthony Quintana, at PROFPW Hustle. Am I missing anybody? No, I think there's... Oh, of course, our new member, Mimi Shells. Follow on Twitter at The Wrestling Chick. Leave the K out. CHIC. The Wrestling Chick. Follow Mimi Shells. And, of course, my brother, Bill Schuyler. Man, I love you, bro. You will never be forgotten. I love you. I will say this every single week. I don't care. Guys, again, go to www.gofundme.com/Bill Schuyler. The description will be down here below. Please hit the link. Again, if you guys cannot donate, please share this link with your friends, family, anyone you know on social media. Please, please, please. I ask of you guys. I say this every single week. I would do this for a living. But if I can, I would do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. And in the words of my fallen brother, and I will keep this alive, I'll see you next week. And I'll see you down the road. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in here at OneWrestling.com. Hey, and don't forget to check me out at WrestleZone.com for your Impact Rebellion podcast with me and Yalla bin Hamin, crushing infidels and taking names. Peace.